But like Jimmy said before, we're getting close to the end here. That means following this campaign, only 4 creatives will be moving forward.
Only the creative who lands the KitchenAid account will be guaranteed a spot in the finale. So make sure this is your best pitch yet.
Today you come into work and your boss says, 4 of you are going home today. Ouch. That's very stressful. I need this account to make it to the finale. I'm here to prove to myself that I can still create to this level.
You'll have 1 hour before you pitch your campaign ideas to KitchenAid. Good luck, and may the best idea win!
Yes! All right.
Oh. It is showtime. Let's go, come on. I can feel it. The next big thing is in this room.
Yes.
Remember, you're looking for the top 2 pitches that will move on to execute their digital series. For some of you, it's the final pitch.
Today could be the golden ticket for a creative that hasn't been a top performer. Today is the day to see if they have what it takes to stay at the on-brand agency.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
No pressure, Ajel.
Yeah.
It is really important for me to weave in some of my personal stories into my pitch, specifically today with KitchenAid, because I haven't won any accounts. So landing the KitchenAid campaign is the only way I can stay in the competition. When I was 27, I was diagnosed with cancer. And it was a shocking time, to say the least. But I can remember thinking, if I can make it through this, I'm gonna do all the things I was putting off in my life. Today, I have launched my own toy coaching business, and I'm the CEO. I have married the love of my life, and we're expecting. So anyway. Being pregnant really does change the way I think about like what I put in my body. And when I'm traveling, I still want to nourish myself. So that is what inspired my branded content series. Yeah, but can you make it on a... Watch that. We can take this comedic, we can take this aspirational. So the idea is for an influencer to take their favorite dish and like make it somewhere unexpected.
Thank you for sharing your story and then bringing that insight to this project.
Yes.
Which is about taking the kitchen anywhere. I think it can be very memorable, and that can definitely help us build the brand.
One thing, it's a little bit too broad. You know, you said like it can be comedic, it can be aspirational. Picking a lane and saying which way do I want this to go is going to be an important consideration.
Thank you. Thanks.
All right, Elijah, show us what you got, bud.
This is it. If I mess this up, it's over. And I don't feel great about it.
Let out your outlet. You know, we have our celebrity influencer, and they're going around a busy city, and they get somebody off the street. They're coming together to talk about their outlet. So whether that be like a niche hobby or someone's favorite food.
I do think the whole style of someone going down the street and forming connections can be really memorable.
It's kind of an ironic way to put it because you don't need an outlet for these products.
Yeah.
All right, Lauren.
I don't work in an office. I don't have a traditional job, but like being able to do my travels the last 3 years. Hop in, everyone, I'm driving, all right? It creates tangible skills that are just as important as jobs on a resume, and I wanted to kind of prove that to the world, too. KitchenAid Go Cook and Cruise. We will see our host driving in his vehicle, picking up his influencer guest star of the week for a little interview. The influencer will be handed a KitchenAid Go product, and they will be tasked with creating a dish while the drive is going on.
I do want to see the product, I think, be a little bit more practically used. It doesn't necessarily showcase the real benefit of the product itself. You know, think about how the result may actually be something that people want at the end of it, and not like I'm spilling salsa everywhere as I'm driving in the car.
Sabrina.
Literally everything is at stake with KitchenAid. I have had a great career in real estate for over 30 years, but I just feel like I have something to prove to myself that there are other things I can do. Untamed, unfiltered, and off the cord. Funny adventures cooking, outside, a different place every week. Nature is wild, the jokes are wilder, and dinner, well, That's where the adventure happens.
Overall, I think you did a really nice job addressing the brief by bringing cooking to the great outdoors.
Thank you so much.
It was hard to see what role the products play. So if you bring the products into the idea, a little bit more of a central role, it would make the idea stronger.
Thank you. There's an elimination at the end, and I really hope that I'm able to stick around. I'm so nervous, but I always say, if you can't hunt with the big dogs, get under the porch with the puppies.
Bianca, show us what you got.
Come on, Bianca.
You know when you get that "we need to talk" text from your boyfriend and your mind immediately goes to, am I getting broken up with? But in reality, your boyfriend was just asking why you keep eating his leftovers. Welcome to digital communication in 2025. So I want a digital content series called No Cords Attached. This is a modern dating show where we bring two strangers together to see if they could spark a connection while making a snack. We have our celebrity influencer host, kind of like an old school dating show, but in the modern era.
I think that the dating series is super interesting. I think it can be very memorable.
I wonder if you could almost do it like the old dating game. One person and 3 contestants, and then a host.
Think about how do you get the food and the appliances a little bit more front and center into the conversation, and what's the role of those things. Well done.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Bianca. Mahari, you're up.
All right, let's do it. You know, I'm a dad. I have a group of guys, my friends. We call ourselves the Dad Gang. We get together and literally have conversations about what we made for dinner last night. So I created a digital series, Unplug and Cook, for dads to have conversations around a kitchen, and we allow somebody to cook. We're making pasta, we're making sauce using all of the cordless product.
You tugged at my heartstrings a little bit. I'm also a dad. So when I think about something like the memorability of this campaign, it would really, really resonate with me as a consumer.
I'm also a member of Dad Gang.
Yes, sir, welcome.
So yeah, hashtag Dad Gang. I would start with cooking, because if I was searching for a cooking show, I would type cooking before I would type unplug.
Yes, sir.
But I thought it was great.
Thank you so much.
Mahari, great stuff. Piper,
Yes,
show us what you got, Piper!
I actually don't really cook. I remember growing up, I thought I would love cooking a lot more than I do right now. Maybe it's I just never imagined how much there is to do being an adult. But coming off of the win from last week, my confidence has been growing and I feel more capable.
I have a tiny, teeny apartment in Brooklyn. I have 2 roommates. Our kitchen is this big. This is the start, this is the end. There's not much counter to it. So many times, somebody's bedroom becomes a kitchen, which is how I came about my branded digital series, Breakfast in Bed with Super Funny Person. Maybe it's me, maybe it's a celebrity. You can have the setting be a hotel room. We're gonna have a cart with all the KitchenAid Go products. The celebrity is gonna have a nice bantering interview with another guest who's sitting in the bed while cooking together. Thank you.
You talked about small spaces and how confining it can feel to be trapped in a very small kitchen. And it's one of the things that we really love about this product lineup. And so I love that insight.
I think that you are truly representing a large group of consumers that could benefit from this line of products.
Thank you so
Piper.
much.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, Ryan, show us what you got, bud.
Yes.
Started out hot in the competition, kind of cooled off a little bit, really was trying to learn how to be a team player, and I feel like I have an opportunity here to end on a really strong note, but it could be my last pitch. My brother's perfect. He was the perfect athlete. He was the best student, on a roll every year. He had the most friends. I was Casey's little brother, and I needed to untether myself from his journey and go on my own journey. And that was the moment where I unplugged and I unleashed who I truly was. We're asking you to unplug and unleash, which is the name of my digital series.
See what he did there.
The setting of this might be in the wilderness, and we're there with a juicer, something that someone might use if they're going on a hike. So, go rogue with me.
I love that it truly shows the nature of the cordless products that you can move around and even take with you out of the house.
My only feedback for you is that I think that the image that you've put here is misleading. It's animated, so it doesn't feel as deep and thoughtful as I would assume you would want to be with something like this.
Thank you for the feedback.
Ryan, thank you very much.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm frustrated it didn't feel really like the concept that I was trying to pitch for the digital series fully resonated with Bose. Thanks, brother. Not the best note to leave on when you're about to lay off half the company.
Gabby, Chad, who's going to be making their digital series?
The goal is to be #1. I need this KitchenAid concept to make it to the finale. I hope my ideas are enough.
The first person that we'd like to make their digital series is